This video is sponsored by Envato Elements. Now, it doesn't matter what software or app you're using to edit your YouTube videos, you have the ability to tell and show your story or your information by spicing it up with B-roll. Now, B-roll can be anything that demonstrates or shows, instead of telling, what I'm talking about. So it could include a screen capture or screen grab from your computer or your phone. It could be an still image. It could be an infographic or graphic that pops up with data or information about what I'm talking about. Or it could even be extra video footage that's filmed differently and apart from the A-roll. Now let's dive deeper into some of those options. Now, a screen recording or a screen grab can be done by using some third-party software like OBS or Camtasia, or even the built-in screen recording software that's on your device. You can even do this on a phone using the built-in screen recorders or some of the third-party apps. Regardless of what it is, you can record that and then bring it in to your main video. Images can be taken by you, even using your phone again, or using a DSLR. Or you can use images that are pre-taken by photographers from a stock photo site, including our sponsor, Envato Elements. Now, infographics can be made online or on other apps. There are apps out there for that, like Figma and so forth. Envato Elements even have you covered for infographics. They have an infographic section, so you can check that out as well. Now, the video B-roll can be any multitude of things. It could be something that you've gone out and filmed on location, whether you've gone and done that on your phone, you've been out doing some vlogging, you've taken your DSLR and done a formal shoot, or you've even gone to a play or a location and got footage of buildings or boats going past on the sea, or whatever it is that you were talking about in the video, where you've gone out and sourced that extra footage yourself. An alternative to filming your own B-roll and going out and getting your own shots is to use stock footage. There are many stock footage sites out there, but today's sponsor, Envato Elements, has nearly 2 million clips available of stock footage that you can search and find what you're looking for to bring into your next project. One thing to note is that stock footage I'm using in this video today is all sourced from Envato Elements. As we've already mentioned, B-roll is used to illustrate what we're talking about on the A-roll. And often we'll use it sparingly just to help break up the video, make that illustration and break up the A-roll beyond just a simple jump cut. But sometimes you want to do videos like a hero video where you could be rolling fairly B-roll heavy, like in my recent video earlier this year on the subscriber milestones. That was laden with B-roll. So if you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. Now, when it comes to editing and adding B-roll to your footage, most editing software allows you to add additional tracks where you could put your B-roll. So you have your main A-roll on the main timeline, and then above that, you'll have an additional track or tracks where you can lay down that B-roll footage. Now, when you're dragging your B-roll onto your timeline and putting it into one of those upper tracks, you can put it wherever it needs to go to start. You can trim that piece down just to time it just right to match your A-roll footage. Now, if you're using a still image, for example, you just don't want to put it up and have it sitting static and still. You want to add some motion into that image by adding a zoom in or out, or maybe a pan left to right, right to left, up or down. Adding motion to a still image is sometimes called the Ken Burns effect. So you want to try and apply that to every still image to keep a little bit of motion throughout your video. And similarly to images, when you're adding graphics and infographics, you want to keep in mind of maybe keeping some motion happening in there as well, because adding motion to graphics and infographics can help make them pop instead of just being static and still and not getting anyone's attention. When you're using screen shares, it might be a motion video, for example, where you're doing a tutorial. When you talk about a certain thing at a certain time, you want to zoom in onto that part of the tutorial so that it provides emphasis and clarity to the person watching. Sometimes you may even want to add a box or a circle or an arrow to emphasize what part we're looking at that time. Now, if you're adding stock footage or any other type of video B-roll, make sure the transition from the A-roll to the B-roll is smooth or isn't jarring. So quite often you would just use a simple cross dissolve, or maybe even just make sure that the timing of a jump cut is at the exact right point where it makes sense and isn't jarring for the video as a whole. Envato Elements delivers over 55 million assets like stock footage, music, images, motion graphics, various templates and more. They provide a really simple license that gives you peace of mind even when you end your subscription. When you use the link in the description, you'll get 50% off if you select the annual subscription. That gives you access to everything on the site for less than $20 a month. Make sure to check out Envato Elements today using the link in the description. If you want to check out that subscriber milestone video I mentioned earlier, it's going to be here for you to check out right now. Or if you want to check out more of this series as they get produced, then we're going to have that listed here, the whole playlist in fact. And if you want to check out Envato Elements for yourself, there is a link right below my face right now. Well, this is Doug, and I'll catch you later.